I know deep down so many of you feel stuck at the current job you have. You feel stuck in this career, and you know deep down that you are supposed to be doing more. You know deep down that you have an idea that can help so many people. You're a problem solver, you're a leader, you're self-starter, you're self-motivated, and you have an idea that you want to bring to market, but you don't quite know how because you're currently stuck in your 9 to 5, and you want to slowly start trying to figure out how to get through that. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Kieran T. Davis, and I'm putting this video out with the intentions on helping as many people as possible. And quickly, I want to pray. Father God, I pray that you speak through me to use me in a way that allows this video to resonate and connect with those for whom it is intended for, that it is less of me and more of you, and that this video will reach soft hearts and open minds. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. For so long in my life, I knew I was meant for more, right? And even with me, like, getting greater into my faith and into knowing the word and scripture and things like that. And something that dawned on me as I got deeper in it was that life isn't fair, life is just. And at the time I was like, what the heck does that even mean, right? And just is the thing that we have to realize when we're talking about, like, stars. And I mean my stars, I mean like celebrity, the people who have the star power. That's what I say, what I mean when I say that star power, right? People that have a lot of influence, people that a lot of people look up to them. They have this influence, right? I don't even know why we use the term star. It's interesting. But yeah, think about LeBron James. He can have the same stats as somebody who doesn't play as much. But if somebody who doesn't play as much has the same stats of him, they're gonna look at that guy like great game. They're gonna look at LeBron like bad game. And it's like life isn't fair. It's just you will be you are judged justly, not fairly, right? And a lot of us, you feel like you have this calling on you because you do to entrepreneurship. You have this calling on you to entrepreneurship, and you're never going to be able to put this calling to sleep. No matter how good your job is, no matter how comfortable your job is, no matter how good you are at your job, you're still going to feel this nagging desire, this nagging calling to do more. And it's something that you will never be able to silence. And I'm the type of individual that will much rather fail than to never try to begin with. So what is my sort of to-do list or focus or way to navigate around that, right? Now, first and foremost, before we really dive into this, I want to set this straight because I don't want a lot of you guys to become overwhelmed. You don't have to build a 6, 7, 8, 9-figure business in your home. That you understand that America is ran, or a lot of countries, right, are ran off small businesses. So you can create money, you can generate income for yourself on the side, right? An extra 1 to 5 grand a month, right? That you're able to pay yourself from a side business, a small business, right? But the difference is legitimizing it. I'm not talking about a hustle or a hobby. I'm talking about an actual business that is taxed like a business, that you're an employee of that business, and maybe have few people on your team. If you haven't, I'm going to link up somewhere between the 3 to 5 minute mark, a video for 10 businesses you can start with no money. And most of them, it might take you like $1, right? To really start up, because nothing really is no money, but a big bulk of it, you won't really have, there's ways around all these things where you don't have to have money, but I'd say at most $500 for any of these ideas, right? So yeah, let's talk about it. First and foremost, there's this misconception that people don't have enough time. And in reality, you do have enough time, because there's been people who have succeeded at this thing that you're trying to do with less time, with less money, with less knowledge or skills, right? With less connections. And you just have to stop making excuses for yourself. You have to stop making excuses. I know that it is overwhelming. I know that it is like, there's a lot of different things that you may feel. This is why in the link in the descriptions, a couple things. One, join our free Discord community to connect with like-minded individuals so we can discuss things like this and be a community. Community is everything. If you don't have people who you can discuss important things with that can help you grow and develop in life, it's going to be very challenging because you're still going to go through the ups and downs. You're still going to go through the tiredness. You're still going to go through the feeling of not wanting to do it, or you're going to have to go through yourself. And the best way to go through yourself is to have people around you who are aware of this, who can help with this, who are also struggling with the same thing and want to reach the same places in life as you. So that's what the free Discord community is. Also, you can book a coaching call with me. We can talk about it. We can go through it, right? We can go through it. You are not alone in this process. But I'm also putting videos here every day. But some of you guys need special, specific attention to your current situation and circumstances, and we can go through that and figure that out. Also, in the link in the description, I have a 2-for-1 ebook. One is about overcoming the strongholds or negative thoughts you have about wealth and money that a lot of us have been raised with when it comes to money is evil or the root of all evil and so forth. I have an ebook that helps undo those chains, and I also have an ebook for you guys that helps you go through the 10 most common fears people have when starting a business. This has to do with not having enough money, not having enough time, and so forth. There's a lot of different ones. I did my research on it, and I came up with a lot of different answers to these that can fit you guys' situations, right? So the first things first is you need to know what problem you're solving. If you don't solve a problem, it's likely a hobby and not a business, because entrepreneurs solve problems for profit. People will pay you to solve their problem, right? Think about anything. If you think about anything, and we can go deeper, deeper, deeper down this rabbit hole, but just on the surface level, even if somebody's playing a video game, what problem is it solving? Oh, it's entertainment. It gives people something to do, but it gives them something that is very enjoyable to do, right? Because they can clean up, they can do things, but they want to have fun. And it's a quick way to have fun, right? That's one problem it's solving. Oh, this is a fighting game. That's Mortal Kombat. Now they love this show, and now they're able to play with their favorite characters and things like that. Now it's solving another problem, right? Or this is a sports game. They wanted to play professional sports. They can't. It didn't make it, and now this allows them to relive that experience in a video game. That solves another problem. So like the more problems your product or service is solving, the more customers you're going to acquire, and the more people are going to continue supporting you, continue shopping with you, and so forth. So the first thing I would say is, what problem are you solving? If you want, if you want to babysit on the weekends, or if you want to dog sit on the weekends, if you want to tutor people, like whatever it is, there's always a business that you can be starting on the side and make money. There's also, and the idea is, what is your intentions with this, right? Do you want to make this something like, do you want to become a multi-million dollar brand? Then you got to think like that. And I think even if you're a side hustle or not, because sometimes God has greater plans for you, you need to structure all these things as if you intend to be or work towards being a multi-million dollar brand, right? So with your logo, your branding, and all those things, you need to really consider this. The way you do this is you just need to study your market. You need to look at your market and look at who's the best people in that market, who's the most successful competitors that you will have in this market. And this is going to allow you to have a market analysis and a competitive and understand your competitive advantages and disadvantages as well. So what does this mean? It sounds like a bunch of jargon, and it's to some what it is. But when it comes to your market analysis, if I wanted to start making burgers and fries, right? My market analysis will look at who's my greatest competitors. So I'm looking at McDonald's, I'm looking at Burger King, I'm looking at Wendy's, I'm looking at Five Guys, I'm looking at Steak and Shake, I'm looking at whomever is in your area, right? Because you're going to look at your area, because you're not mailing out burgers and fries to people. You're not mailing this out. You might start getting delivery, so then you market that. What is your radius? Okay, we're looking at a 20-mile radius, when we start delivering, but initially we're probably looking at 5 to 10 to 15 miles where people are going to come buy your burgers and fries, right? So I need to see, okay, why are people choosing McDonald's? I'm looking at their advantages. I'm looking at their pricing. I'm looking at their, like, what are they pricing for a fry? How much fries do they get, right? So if I was you, I would almost go buy a small fry, medium fry, and large fry from McDonald's, and I'm gonna take it home and I'm gonna put it on a scale, and I'm gonna see how many ounces is their serving of fries for how much. And then I'm gonna look at if I can beat that price. Like you don't even gotta go that deep as like measuring it, like weighing it. I'm just will be meticulous. But I will look at that. I'm looking at the drinks they have. Are they offering different? What drinks are they offering? Right? Maybe I'm offering different drinks that people aren't getting anywhere else. Like Taco Bell has the Baja Blast. They're the only one with the Baja Blast. Right? That's a competitive advantage, right? So I'm looking at what they're offering, what comes on there, what can they add on there, why is people buying here, and how can I offer them something different, right? McDonald's has grilled burgers. Burger King offers flame broiled burgers. That's already a difference. You might like the flame broiled taste over the grilled taste, so you like this. This is your preference, right? Wendy says all our stuff is fresh. It's fresh. It's fresh, right? So you have to know based on where someone is succeeding at to understand how to beat them at where they are, the areas they're neglecting. So I can't tell you exactly what to do, but you can always just be like, we taste better. Our food tastes better, and now you will market that, right? So this is why you need the analysis, because once you figure out what you can do better than your competitor, if it's pricing, if it's quality, if it's taste, if it's customer service, if whatever it is, you use that in your marketing. You use that in your marketing. Now you're saying, now you're doing marketing is like, hey, taste these burgers blindfolded, right? They taste a Big Mac. This is good. This reminds me of a Big Mac. Oh, it is a Big Mac. Oh, okay. Or taste this one. What do you think of this one? Oh, this is wow. I love this, right? Which one of these would you buy? Which one of these do you think costs more? Which one of these you think like whatever, right? And then like that's how you would start marketing your thing. Start marketing your thing by showing your advantage and going against your competitors to start drawing people in, right? And I say when you know your advantage, so the market analysis is also going to tell you pricing, what to offer, like on your menu, and so forth. And then you find your advantages. You can do this with all things in all industries. And a lot of you guys want to do clothing. Okay, here's another thing when you start getting into why, because and the why will help as far as even with food industry as well, because people become more health conscious. Do you have a healthy thing that could be your advantage over McDonald's? You can say, hey, our meals are the perfect macro. This is the perfect macro burger based on the calorie to protein to fat ratio. And now people would be like, oh man, this is a lean, it's lean, it's a lean burger. So it's not like them vegan burger, but it's lean, right? I can go get me a burger and a fry under 500 calories, right? I don't even know if that's possible, but a nice, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, that's great. If you could do that, now you compete on that level, right? So different things like that. So the next thing is like, so what problem do you solve, right? What problem do you solve, and how do you solve it different than your competitors? Okay, boom. Second thing is, what is your why? What is your why? For a lot of you guys who are looking into clothing and looking at things like that, where the market is flooded, right? That's not a bad problem. Understand this. If people say, oh, the market is saturated, is there's so much competition, that's a good thing. Why is it a good thing, Kieran? Why is it a good thing? Because it lets us know that people buy in this market, right? So and on the opposite end, saying that, oh, this is a new market, no one is undiscovered. Okay, it hasn't been proven, it hasn't been tested. How do we know the market is ready to purchase this? That's like me creating a new shoe, but this shoe, the bottoms, there's no bottoms on it, it's just top. Just top of a shoe. It's just midsole, right? There's no bottom to the shoe. You're just barefoot on the bottom, and I'm just protecting the top of your shoe. Is the market ready for that? Right? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah. So what is your why? Your why is something that's deeper than the thing. This is the intangible. This is the intangible. I ask people all the time, like, what does Nike sell? And it's like, oh, Nike sells like, shoes and athletic apparel and so forth. I would challenge you to look at their marketing and see what is the intangible. When Nike says, just do it. And Nike uses LeBron James's likeness. They use Kevin Durant's likeness. They use John Morant's likeness. They use Sha'Carri Richardson, right? They use these different athletes to what? Motivate. That's an intangible. You can't sell motivation, right? But motivation can be sold through tangible things, products or services, right? Or time, right? Whatever. You can watch a video and get motivation. What else? They're selling you they're selling you the belief that something is possible. So they're giving you confidence, selling you confidence. They're selling you hope, right? They're selling you these intangible things connected to their product. And this is why this brand is people like Nike more than say Adidas. Because what is Adidas telling you? You're just selling like 3 stripes, the official brand with 3 stripes and stuff like that. Maybe it makes you feel more valid, makes you feel more official, makes you feel more authentic. I don't know, but it's like that's because they don't have the clear marketing that Nike has, or like Under Armour. I don't even know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even know what they market, and I don't know what their why is, what their mission is. But brands who have a clear mission have a clear success. Brands who have a clear mission tend to clearly be beating their competitors. Like Apple. Apple is literally about innovation. They're literally about innovation, and they're just the first thing. And then that's kind of a different. They're a little different, but people trust that Nike's product is gonna have a better innovative edge over their competitors. So why would I buy this brand when I can buy Apple's? When I believe Apple's is gonna have a higher level of quality and presentation and innovative thought, right? You just start to assume them to be the most innovative and the best quality across the board, right? So what problem are you solving, and what is your why? Why are you doing this? Why should we buy it? Why should we care? You understand what I'm saying? When you're solving a strong problem, your why means a little bit less. When you're not solving a strong problem, your why has to be very, very strong. And what I mean by this is, like, if I'm selling you a t-shirt, I have t-shirts. T-shirts are everywhere. You're not solving a big enough problem for me. But so my why has to be strong for you to buy mine's over theirs. You see what I mean? And the next thing is, and this is the most important, and maybe I'll do a part 2 of this because there's so many different things we can talk about on this topic. But the next thing is that you have to be organized. You have to be organized. And it's funny because I was just talking to somebody about organization, and I'm going to, and I like to give definitions on things because I like to challenge what we already, believe to be true or not. I like to challenge what we believe, what we think we know. Bro, my phone just completely bailed out of the search I was trying to type in. Define organize. Verb. It says arrange into a structured whole order, right? Organize, right? But also it says coordinate the activities of a person or a group of people, right? Then it says form a number of people into a labor, whatever. But the one we're looking at is to coordinate the activities of a person or group of people. Efficiency. You need to become efficient. You need to become organized. You need to organize your daily activities, right? For yourself. What does your day-to-day look like? Because you need to at least be spending 30 minutes a day on your business to get it started. And then once you are ready to start gaining customers, you need to start building that up to like an hour a day, at least, to market and plan and to network, right? Today you might go to an event. Like, you don't have to I don't have the time. No, you're trying to do everything in one day. You're trying to microwave a business. You're trying to put a business in the microwave. No, this thing is going to be put into a slow cooker. But today, you might spend the next 7 days just thinking of a name. You might spend the next 7 days after that thinking of doing a competitive analysis and studying your industry and studying your market. You might spend the next 7 days of that really ironing down your competitive advantages and see what you're going to do. You might spend the next 7 days after that 30 minutes a day just thinking about your pricing structure and your offers and things like that, right? You might spend the next 7 days after that 30 minutes a day just trying to figure out what website platform you're going to do, and what social media platforms you're going to be on, what kind of content you're going to create. And every day you're just putting time in, and this time will compound and you will gain momentum, right? You will gain momentum. And this is what we need to excel. So then 3 to 6 months is gonna pass, and you're gonna have a solid idea, a very solid idea, because you didn't rush yourself, but you also put time into things that will give you the greatest return on your investment, return on your time. And none of these things actually will cost you money. None of these things actually cost you money. But when you have this thing rolling and this momentum going, now you are fully invested in the idea. And now you're very comfortable with investing some money behind this idea if that is what you need to do. But so many people don't really think about it. And you need to think about how you're going to generate revenue. So many people, and I'm going to end it on this, so many people, even with what I do at work as a business advisor, so many people think that they have like we need a loan to start. We need this and this and that. And so a lot of industries you do, a lot of industries you will. But I would challenge you to think of how you can start generating revenue now. I don't care if it is I don't care if it is, like, for example, you might just have, like, bro, like, I'm trying to think of an industry. I'm trying to think of an industry. Like, say you actually want to start a clothing brand, but you're like, well, I don't have enough to start the, like, actual clothing. So it's like you can literally get people to pre-order your product. You can literally get one shirt made and market that one shirt, like, to the freaking moon, and you'll get people to pre-order your product. It happens all the time. So you really want to get creative in that, and that's where you might need, like, coaching. You might need coaching calls and stuff like that to really boil down on that. But for the most part, guys, there's always a way to start generating revenue while you're trying to figure out how to, like, invest in this and so forth. Because a lot of the times people get trapped in this mindset of wanting to start perfect. But that is not how the process works. You want to start perfect because you're afraid of what people are going to say, and that is an inferior mindset. You need to start and allow people to see you grow in this and develop this so they can feel a part of the journey and a part of the process. I started recording my videos on my phone. Now I have a camera. Now I have a better high quality mic. But now you guys are going to see me struggle learning the camera, learning the device, and learning the best settings and so forth. And then it's going to just be crispy. And then I'll upgrade to a better equipment, but I'll take that understanding and knowledge to the new equipment, but I know about ISO and aperture and shutter speed, whatever the heck. And then so it's gonna be it's gonna be an easier transition because I'm learning this here, and the information is the same. So it's like, don't worry about starting perfect. Focus on starting, and then focus on becoming a better version of yourself through that process, and the results will come as you develop yourself. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you tomorrow.